So, wrapping up 2022 with the best vinyl finds of the year. This is going to be awesome. This video used to be the one that most people view. So I'm going to take the opportunity to thank everyone for watching this year and commenting. It's been a fantastic year for me, collecting wise, but also the channel has grown, and I love what I've gone into with talking to some of my all-time heroes. I have more conversations coming up, and I have dates with new people also coming up, so it's gonna keep on keeping on in 2023. It's mind-boggling if I go into the statistics and see how many hours you guys have spent watching this guy talking about records down in his basement. It's insane. So I don't take this for granted. Thank you so much for watching and commenting. So it was hard choosing records this year. I say it every year, but this year it's really like this. I had a hard time picking records. I'm gonna do a top 10, and I'm gonna do them in the order. So we're gonna have a number 1, number 2, number 3, and so forth. I couldn't boil this down to anything less than 30 records. So I'm going to show you 20 records in no particular order. I'm just going to swing by them so you can see what I have found this year before we move into the top 10. And today these are on the top 10, but tomorrow maybe a few of them at least would be switched out for another one. And I'm looking around my record room here, and I see records that in any other year they would at least make the top 20, and I have had such an amazing year that they don't even manage to go into top 30. So in no particular order, here we go. The sort of 20 that didn't make the list but still are the best finds of the year. And this record I haven't stopped listening to. I still listen to it on a sort of a weekly basis. And it's Brand New Morning by Bob Seger, 1971, I think. First US press of this masterpiece. Another one that should be on the list, and it would be any other year, but it only made the sort of the top 30, is Tabula Rasa, 1975, Love Records. Really rare Finnish prog record. And it's awesome, but it didn't make it because I think that it's only a 8 out of 10 when it comes to the music. But the collector in me is just like, shit, it's a 10. It has to be on the 10, but it's not. Another one that's been on heavy rotation this year is the US first press of Tiffany Shade on Mainstream Records. This is also a psych masterpiece, and I'm still wrapping my head around this fantastic record. Another one, not in the best shape, but I don't think that there is any copies out there that is in good shape. This is Baris Manko's 2023, 1977 Turkish press. I think this is the first Turkish press, and a fantastic record, rare, ticks off everything, and not on top 10. And again, any other year this would be on the top 10, but it's only on the top 30. This is Hair Piece, a super cool psychedelic record from Denmark, first press on Parlophone. I mean, just looking at this, I get sort of goosebumps that I actually have a copy in my possession, and it's not even on the top 10. Haze with Haze Colored Dia. This is the second German press of this awesome krautrock record, and it has the die cut cover. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a see-through sort of window thing, just like the first press. This is it ticks off everything again, but there are better records on the top 10 in my opinion. It's going to be awesome to see what you guys think, so please comment if you agree with me, if you would change anything up, you know the deal. 1968 or 67, this is also from the US, The Troll with Animated Music, first US press on Smash Record. Early this year I got this copy, and I was super stoked. I'm still stoked that it's in the collection. Great one. heavy rock from the UK, first UK press 1971 is Funny Adams. This is, I don't know if it's proto metal, but it's a heavy blues rock record, let's just say that. One-off band, they only did this, fantastic. Check it out. Because of the music only being like a 7 or an 8 when I've listened to this, it didn't get into the top 10 this year, but rarity wise, collecting wise, if you're a jazz head, this you're going to be blown away that this didn't make the top 10. But this is Henry Franklin's The Skipper's Home on Black Jazz, first press of this. It's a fantastic record. It's a fantastic jazz record, and it's rare and it's cool, and it didn't make the top 10. A record that I think hit the top 10 back when I had this the last time, but I had to trade it to get the Will Malone record, is Thomas Miragart's Sånger, and I managed to get this for a great price in fantastic condition with all that is needed with it, like inner sleeve and book and stuff like that. So super happy with that. Thomas Miragarts were the drummer in Trädgårdsstenar and many other bands, but yeah, so a pillar of the Swedish sort of prog movement. Idle Race 1968, I think, or 68. Yeah, 68. First press of this, Jeff Lynne's first group, I think. And there are not a dull moment of this on this. This is Jeff Lynne producing, making music, writing music at his height. It's Jeff Lynne all the way, but it's the 1968 sort of sound of it. Fantastic. A first German press of this, and the UK first press is even rarer, but this is a UK folk record that is to die for, and it ticks off everything I love with collecting records. This is Sheila, I think it's pronounced Sheila MacDonald with album. She only did 2 records, then she vanished, and no one knew where she went. And great musicians on this. You have Keith Tippett on piano, just to name one. As I said, our first German press from the same year, 1970. And I'm still looking for her second record, which is hard to find. But I'm so glad that I could add this to the collection this year. Few jazz records on the list this year, and I don't know why. I even had some original Blue Note records that didn't even make the top 30, which is just, maybe it's more me than anything else. But Don Cherry, a rare Don Cherry record called Live in Ankara 1978 with they did a live concert at the US Embassy in Ankara. Okaita Miss Mafalai, and I think Moki was involved in the music too, not only the cover artwork. Fantastic. UK first press. Next one is, I have to admit, I haven't played this yet, and it's definitely coming up in a recent Vinyl Finds video to come, but obviously I know about the music. I've listened to this many years, but it's been hard to find a copy. So the copy I have now made it into the top 30. This is Asagai with Zimbabwe, I think their second release. Their first release was a Vertigo Swirl record, but this they went to Philips, so a first UK press of this one. Another one, mind blower, that I got this year. It would make the top 10 any other year in my opinion, and it almost did. It's like I'm almost regretting now that I don't have it on the top 10, but fuck it. Okay, so this is Group 1850, Paradise Now. This is a classic psych record from the Netherlands or Holland. On Discophone, this is the first press, and this is 11 out of 10 when it comes to the music. It's I've played this in my car at work, obviously at home, and also in my earbuds when I've been out shopping for groceries. I can't stop listening to this record. It's a psych masterpiece. So yeah, get it if you don't have it, or check it out at least. Oh, shit, it should be on the top 10. Fuck. Yeah, this next one is, it has a little bit of everything. It's a heavy blues rock record. It has maybe some jazz and prog and psych and stuff like that, but it's their best one in my opinion. This is a first Dutch press from the same year, 1969, of Skin Alley's first release out of 3, I think. Classic record, super good. And how this could not be on the list is I don't know. It ticks off everything. Fantastic music, super rare, everything like that. And if it was UK, obviously it would make the top 10 list just because of the collectability of it. But this is the German first press from the same year. Decca, in almost near mint condition. The guy I bought it from had played it maybe twice. So 3 more to go before the top 10. Klaus Schöning's Ljudglimt, 1979, Danish sort of ambient, psychedelic. I don't know. It's hard to wrap your head around this. It's beautiful. It's awesome. It's everything. And he did everything himself and released it privately. It's just so good. It's so damn good. How could this not be on the top 10? I don't know. 12 compositions by Charles Manson. This is the Lie album, but the Spanish press from 1972 of this. Very... I don't know if interesting is the right word. Probably one of the strangest records I'll have in my collection, I guess. And last but not least, the one that didn't hit the top 10 is Hifiklubben with Sinful Skinful, 1970. Will Malone, he did 3 records in 1970, all are masterpieces, and this is one of them. UK first press on Explosion Records. Yeah, so here we are, number 10. And this is not because of the collectability, it's not because of the rarity, it's not even because of the condition of the record, because it's pretty beat, but the record sounds great. It's because I haven't been able to stop listening to this, and I bought it pretty early this year. It's been on constant rotation. I play it many times every week at my job, in the car, and at home. It just, I can't stop playing it. And this is the Fort Mudge Memorial Dump, 1970. US band only released this, and if you want to have a taste of what you can expect, this is Jefferson Airplane, but better, in my opinion. Just like so damn good. Number nine is on the other way around almost, because the music is good. It's a good piece of music, but the rarity of this and how I found it, it's crawling its way onto the top 10. And at number 9 we have Thomas F. Brown, Wednesday Child. First UK press of this, with the original inner sleeve in fantastic condition. It has some rips and stuff like here, but the vinyl is in perfect condition. And I actually found this for €8 in a local store, in just sitting in the bins, not even in the new finds, like in the bins. And I'm pretty sure that the guy who has the store didn't know about this being the first UK version, because if I think the title of the record is here or something like that, it's a first US press, and then it costs like €10, something like that. So yeah, one of those scores, like when I saw it, I grabbed it right away, and I don't feel bad because I spend 10,000 hours researching and looking for records, and when I find this kind of find, it makes my year. This is why I keep digging in the crates, because you can still do finds. So at number 8 I have to say it goes to the Icelandic group Andrew with the record Whoops. They were related to another, maybe more famous group called Ice Cross from the same year. So I think that people on this also played with Ice Cross. This is a heavy psych record and it's fantastic. Private press ticks off everything. Iceland, private press, fantastic music, and rare as hen's teeth. So happy to add this. So at number 7 I'm going to cheat because I'm going to show you 2, but in my defense, I bought these from the same guy at the same time and I've been playing them to death this year. They are on the top 10 of Swedish jazz ever recorded, both of them. Shit. So it's Börje Fredrikssons intervall and Gilbert Holmströms Utan misstankar. Both of them pinnacles. They are the sort of the brick of this and the cement of Swedish jazz. I don't know. I'm talking and I shouldn't, but it's like these records are among the best music ever recorded in the world. I mean, not only jazz, not only in Sweden, but some of the best music ever recorded. And having the first press of these 2 are just mind-blowingly. I mean, there are reissues of this that probably sounds better, but that's not how I collect records. These makes the hair on my arms stand up just thinking about having these in my collection now. This is why I collect records. They have everything, and they made number 7 this year. So number 6, 1972, and a proto-metal record. Now you all know what it is, but I can't sort of ignore the brilliance of this. This is it would be higher on the list if it was the first UK press, but this is even I think the second German press. Still very rare, sought after, and I managed to find this in perfect condition. Like, it plays like it was bought yesterday, or even better because new vinyl sucks. Okay. Jerusalem 1972, produced by Ian Gillan from Deep Purple. This is a fantastic heavy rock, like proto-metal record. Ticks off everything again. The cover artwork, the music, the rarity, one-off band. It's just everything. Everything. So you managed to come to the top 5. I thank you if you're still with me and you've seen the records. Please comment if you agree with me that these are the 10 best ones, and in this order. Yeah, a lot of good records in my opinion. And at number 5, this is the Sound Express, a Swedish super rarity on Annette Records, which was a small dance band record label. This is organ and drums in the same vein as Hansson and Karlsson, but maybe a little bit more jazzier or heavier than just psychedelic. It sounds like nothing I've really heard, even if it's very closely related to the Hansson and Karlsson record. That came 1967. This is a 69 record. Rare as hen's teeth again. I'm so happy to add this to the collection, and definitely the number 5. And this next record would be any other year, and maybe next year it would be the number 1. It would be the number 1, not number 4. This being number 4 is insane. Like, I'm insane, I'm stupid, I know, but putting a first German press of Kans Egbamyasi on number 4 in fantastic condition with the original inner sleeve and all. I bought this. I got the opportunity to buy this from a collecting friend here in Sweden, and he was so nice to give me the first dibs on buying this. He actually sat there with 2 copies, and he got one that was slightly better than this one. So he sold it to me. I'm so thankful for that. And you know, I interviewed or talked with Damo Suzuki this year, so it has some sort of even more sentimental value to me. But it's a 12 out of 10. It's an 11, a 12 out of 10. Music-wise, historical value, collecting-wise, it's everything. And it's number 4. This is by far not the most rare record of the ones that I've shown you. And it's in pretty bad condition also. But it seemed like I'm the last person who had this in my collection. I've been looking for it for so long, since I started really buying rare records. And the music is, again, 12 out of 10. It's fantastic. And this is Jericho. Finally in my collection this year. A UK first press with the sort of, if you hold it up to the light, you have, okay, if you know, you know. On AM Records. Music-wise, fantastic. And also a hard one to get. But it, as I said, it seems like I'm the last one who of the heavy side people to get a first press of that. So in my opinion, it's the number 3. So if you've seen my videos this year, I bet you can figure out the last 2. I don't think that I think that they were in my mid sort of best finds also, and these are the finds of a lifetime. For me, I've been hunting these for so long, and not only just going out buying them for astronomical prices, but actually getting them for a insanely good price. Just putting down the hours. It's like that, putting down the hours. I don't buy records for astronomical prices. That I'm not that collector. I buy records that are expensive. I put down money on records, but I don't buy records for $1,000 or even like $300. That's not my thing. So I bide my time, I wait, and I strike when the sort of deal is right. That's why I think I have that sort of eclectic collection, because I buy it when the time is right. And this is number 2, but it could be the find of the sort of the century or my lifetime. I don't know if I'll ever find this record in this condition for that price ever again, and I'm so stoked to have this. And it's only number 2. I'm talking about Velvet Underground and Nico, a 1968 German press with the banana still intact. It's not the torso or anything like that. It was released in 1966, so obviously a 1966 version of this with the torso would be even cooler. But for the price I paid for this, and the way I found it, it's just like, yeah, once in a lifetime. So number 2, 2022, number 2. And number 1, you all know what I'm going to show you now. This was the record that was absolutely highest on my want list. And the way I found it was that I bought a collection from a guy here in town, like 4 crates with jazz records, and I paid him like $100 or something for the entire lot. And there were a lot of great records, some that I kept, some that I sold, but one of the records that I had no idea about was a super rare first press of a jazz record in fantastic condition. So I threw that out for 900 euros. And a Japanese guy bought it right away, like that. And I took that money and I bought this record for half of that, I think, in pretty nice condition, for what it's worth. This is Comus first utterance from 1971, acid folk record, or should I say the acid folk record. This has everything that I search for when it comes to music and collecting music. It's horrific and beautiful at the same time, and it's finally in my collection. I'm super happy to have this the record that I really wanted, that could stop me from looking further for other records. Nah, I'm just kidding. there are many records on my want list, but number one, 2022. Thank you so much for watching this, guys. I mean, I appreciate it so much. And if you have any comments, just please comment down below and give it a thumbs up. I don't think so, but I hope that 2023 will be as good as this year when it comes to collecting records. But yeah, I have a hard time seeing that would be the case for me. So yeah, Happy New Year, everyone, and thank you so much for watching. Bye. So that was the finds of 2022. Somewhere here I'm going to compile a list or something like that of all the other sort of best finds of the years, so you can go back and see what I found the other years that I've been doing this YouTube thingy. And I see you in my next video. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.